Hello everyone, and welcome to the basic guide to playing Mercy. In this video we're going to talk about 3 things that I'll summarise for you now so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. The first will be game awareness, the second will be amplifying damage, and the third is when to use your ultimate.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Thanks for tuning in to the basic guide to Mercy. We're going to get straight into the video by going over her abilities. So the first one is called Angelic Descent. This is her passive ability, and basically what it does is whilst airborne, Mercy can press and hold the jump button to slowly fall. So it's like a glide effect. You jump, you glide. It's as simple as that. You can jump off of anything you want and you can glide. It's very handy. Also, as part of the passive ability, Mercy will also passively regenerate health after not taking damage for 3 seconds. This is at a 20 health per second. Her first weapon is called Caduceus Staff. This has 2 functionalities. So first, it's a locked beam, so you don't have to be aiming directly at a target in order to heal or amp their damage. When healing someone, you can recover 50 health per second, or when you're amping damage, you'll give them a 30% damage boost. It has a range of 15 meters, and it'll basically go until they go out of range or until you cancel it. Her second weapon is called Caduceus Blaster. It's a fairly basic pistol, to be honest. It's not really much I can say about it. It's quite effective in close range if you can get those headshots. But just to go over it, it's a projectile weapon, it's not a hit scan weapon, it has a rate of fire of 5 rounds per second, it takes 1 second to reload, and it does 20 damage. Moving on to her mobility ability. If you have an ally within range, you are able to fly to them rather quickly, and it's very handy for those crucial moments where you either need to escape or heal someone. Something to note, this ability can be used on both living and fallen allies, so if you need to rush over to someone before they respawn because you need them in the battle now, you can do so. They leave a sort of like glowing orb when they die. Her ultimate ability is called Resurrect. It's exactly what it says on the tin. It restores a full health to a dead ally. Not really much else I can say about it. Right, so that's her abilities out of the way. We'll move on to how you should really play Mercy with these 3 kind of areas that I'm going to go over. So the first one I mentioned was game awareness. This means you need to be aware of your surroundings, and if anyone's trying to flank you at any point, you need to be aware of the heroes that you're going up against, because Mercy doesn't really have any good matchups. I mean, depending on your accuracy, you can be great against low health heroes such as Tracer, if you can get those headshots off, but mostly if you're on your own, you are buggered. I know she can be hard to hit at times, but you don't really want to be left on your own. You always want to have a buddy of some sort near you, at least one. So what I'm trying to say is always have an eye on your back. Just turn around, have a quick survey of the area if you can, make sure there's no flanking Reapers around, make sure you're not in direct line of Roadhog so it can't hook you. Ensure you're not making yourself an easy target for heroes like Widowmaker and Hanzo, who can easily pick you off. It's just that all around, be aware of what you're doing and who needs healing. The second point was amplifying damage. Now this is something that people will normally forget to do because they're always focused on healing. So yes, she's mostly a healing hero, but if you've got a good team, you're not going to be healing them constantly. I mean, yes, they'll be taking damage, but if they can peek around the corner, or if they know how to conserve their health and generally are a good player, you won't need to be healing them 24/7. If everyone's on relatively good health, you don't really need to go around topping everyone up. You gain charge whilst you're doing amp damage as well, and it's very handy. So if you have a McCree who you're amping, he'll do extreme amounts of damage, or if you're amping a Widowmaker, then that's even better, I guess. You know, if she can pick someone off without doing a headshot, I don't know. It's especially handy when you're trying to take down Reinhardt's shield as well. Right, the last thing is when to ultimate. So there are quite a few schools of thought in when you should ultimate. I'm more of the case of, if you can ultimate a group of people, then do it. If you can't, then healing the tank is fine, or bringing back the tank is absolutely fine, because you'll be able to heal them and gain your charge back relatively quickly. More often than not, your ultimate will be up rather than down. If you're a good support, you'll be able to gain that charge really quickly, because people are constantly taking damage and you will need to be healing them, even if you're not topping people off for that last 20 health. If you're focused on healing the Reinhardt, for example, you'll gain charge so quickly because he can just sponge damage, get out of the way, and then you can heal him up. Same with any other tank. You can also gain ultimate from amp damaging people, but you will no longer gain ultimate from amp damaging people who are damaging Reinhardt's shield. It's good to take it down, but you won't gain charge for it. So just to summarise that point, because I got a little bit sidetracked, ultimate when you feel it's best to. If you're in a very panicky situation and everyone's dead, try to heal as many as you can. If you can only get the tank, then do so. It'll give you that extra amount of time to defend that objective or attack that objective whilst your teammates stream in. Okay, so moving on to matchups. Who is Mercy good against? That would be no one. Mercy is only as good as the buddy she's with. So that's why you'll always want to be with at least one other person. They can protect you and you can heal them, so they'll always come out normally on top, depending on if the other person you're going up against is buddied up with the Mercy as well. That's why you should always have a buddy, because people will be trying to gun you down. You are probably the most important person on your team if you're doing a good job. So stick with the buddy, you have no good matchups against enemies. In terms of bad matchups, well, there's pretty much anyone you go up against, but the main three I would avoid is McCree, who can stun you and kill you instantly, Tracer, who can stick on you like, I don't know, an STD, and then there's Widowmaker and Hanzo, who can pretty much one-shot you from across the map. Okay, that's all I had planned for the basic guide to Mercy, but I'll leave you with some final tips. Some of these will be obvious, some of them won't. So first off, if you have a Pharah on your team, definitely use her for mobility. When she rockets up into the air, follow her. Hold your spacebar, you'll glide down, have a good overview of the map. You'll see where you need to go to next, and then you can just simply dash there if there's an ally. Next tip is, did you know ammo is reloaded after Caduceus staff is equipped for 2 seconds? So if you're attacking someone with your pistol, you run out of ammo, and then you suddenly realise, I need to heal someone, switch to your healing staff for 2 seconds, heal that guy up however much, and then switch back, you'll have ammo in your pistol again. Finally, you cannot gain ultimate charge for healing self-inflicted damage. So this includes like Junkrat if he shoots himself somehow, or Pharah if she fires a rocket into the ground and it then damages her. You cannot heal that. Thanks very much for watching my basic guide to Mercy. Perhaps I'll be back next week with another video. If you enjoyed this one, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.